Okay, so the Royal Rumble's done, and we're on the road to WrestleMania. It's like last year's WrestleMania, but I'll get to that later. The Miz took on Antonio Cesaro in the pre-show. Didn't get to see it because I actually go to a place that shows the pay-per-view, and you can only watch that match on YouTube. Don't know why they wouldn't want to put it on before the pay-per-view, and that 1 hour of just hyping the pay-per-view time. You know, why actually show a match instead for people to watch it on YouTube? So Cesaro retained, decent match. You know, it still should have been part of the actual card itself because they've had a really good feud going on if you've ever watched Main Event, which you should. It's the best wrestling that the E puts out every week. So the curtain jerker match was Del Rio and Show. You know, last man standing match. And Del Rio retained. There was a spot where Big Show kind of chokeslammed Del Rio off of a section of the stage, through a table onto the concrete, and Del Rio got up. Which I thought was good. I thought I saw him hit, and I was like, wow. So he got thrown from Big Show standing on something through a table to the concrete floor. That would be a super way to end the match. No, he got up, and he defeated the Big Show. And I was like, oh, okay. I read an article where they said at most Royal Rumbles the title doesn't change hands. I was like, okay, you know, no title change, okay. Team Hell No took on Team Rhodes Scholars. Decent match, nice back and forth, like we've seen them have in the past. If you thought this was Rhodes Scholars' day, wasn't. Sorry. Rhodes Scholars lost again. So, am I skipping any matches? Not really. That's kind of sad. And then we go into Rumble pay-per-view itself. The internet was talking about surprise entrants: Shelton Benjamin, potentially Morrison, and Carlito. Yeah, we got none of them. Instead, we got the Godfather, who made it down to the ring, got eliminated. So they didn't need to stop his music. They just kept on playing it. So that was kind of bizarre to see him come down in the PG era. Goldust came down and had a really nice confrontation with Cody. That was really solid to watch. But the biggest surprise of all was the number 2 guy to come down. Ziggler was number 1, and number 2 was Jericho. And that was super amazing to see Jericho back in the ring. You know, seeing Jericho and Ziggler fight, seeing, you know, Cody and Dustin fight, that was actually really good. All in all, a pretty decent Rumble. And then we got towards the end. My guy Wade Barrett got eliminated by Bo Dallas. Hopefully that means they'll bring in Bray Wyatt, who, as you might know, as Husky Harris from Nexus 2.0, who has an awesome character now. Look up some of his NXT promos. Amazing promos. He gets a promo better than like half the current roster. Bray Wyatt. So that was kind of And the last 3 guys in the ring: Sheamus, John Cena, and Ryback. I thought, Sheamus won it last year. He doesn't need it. He doesn't need to go back to back. He's not that big of a star. Ryback. This is too early for you to win this, Ryback. And you don't need to be in a big match at WrestleMania. You need to be in a match at Mania. You should have your big match at SummerSlam. You know, you should have some sort of mid-card title run this year, and then next year go back after the main title. And then John Cena. John Cena, who does not need to win the Royal Rumble because he can get a title shot because he's John Cena. That's what he did last year. He lost. He never beat CM Punk how many times? He always got involved in either a triple threat match or a one-on-one match. He always had these matches that consistently, he didn't win, but he was always number 1 contender. Sheamus gets eliminated, and I'm like, oh, Mania's gonna suck. Then Ryback gets eliminated. Then John Cena wins. And I was like, okay, they can make this work. If it's John Cena CM Punk at Mania and like a 2 out of 3 falls match or an Iron Man match or a 30-minute match, there's some sort of match, you put those two in, that'll be the definitive end to their like 3-year-long feud that's been off and on. And that would be an absolute money feud. That would be a great wrestling match. And then we get to the main event. Surprisingly, no Divas match. You would have thought with Caitlyn being the new star diva, they would have done like a Divas Battle Royal or something. But no. No Divas at all. So I get to the main event. Phil and Dwayne. Nice back and forth. You could tell that Rock was getting gassed. You can tell he was not used to wrestling a faster style that you see from CM Punk. They tried to go through the Spanish announce table, and at first, CM Punk stopped it. Which then led to the coolest spot of the night. Yes, Kofi Kingston almost got eliminated, jumped onto Tensai's back, and then used a chair to hop to get back into the ring. Not realizing he could have sat in the chair, used one leg, and kicked himself to the ringside, and then got out of the chair. That was a decent spot. Not as impressive as the hand walk, but still a decent spot. The Rock goes to take apart the Spanish announce table. CM Punk stops him, then puts the table back together, puts his hand down and bows. So he decided to bow to the Spanish announce team. That was pretty sweet. They finally go back outside to use the table, and it collapses before they could actually finish the move. That's happened before, so, you know. Then Rock bottom on the outside. CM Punk is about to get pinned, kicks out. Match keeps on going, keeps on going, keeps on going. Giant blackout. All of a sudden, there's no lights being shown, except people taking photos with their camera phones. Come back to TV. The Rock has now been put through a table. CM Punk rolls Rock in the ring. 1, 2, 3. But we got like 20 minutes left of the pay-per-view. Vince comes out and is like, oh, the Shield got involved in your match. We said C. So you think we're stupid. I'm going to strip you of the title. Rock gets on the mic. Nah, I'm stripping him of the title. The match continues. The Rock, who's had his abdominal region targeted the whole time, the injury from the Shield, and then triple powerbomb through a table, then begins to get absolutely just assaulted by CM Punk. Rock gets out of the GTS, pushes Punk into the ropes, Spinebuster, People's Elbow, 1, 2, 3, Rock's your new champion. It's like, great. So now, for the second time in as many years, there will be a once-in-a-lifetime match between John Cena and The Rock for the title. So the Rock will be a part-time champion. Now I get why UFC fans are pissed at Brock Lesnar. This is The Rock's third match. And he gets a title shot. From a logical standpoint, if Brock Lesnar were to come back, his third match should be a title shot. He's a big name. He fought John Cena, he fought Triple H. Why not go for the title now? It's his third match. And at first, when CM Punk won, there was a fan who was just elated when it happened. The rest of the crowd was all like, what? Dwayne lost in front of his mom? Oh. Match gets restarted, People's Elbow. Yay! Dwayne won in front of his mom. So the longest title reign in 25 years. It began on my birthday. November 19th. Gets ended by a wrestler who's on his third match in 3 years. Third match in 3 years. So I mean, CM Punk wrestles more in a week than The Rock has wrestled in 3 years. If the main event for WrestleMania is John Cena and The Rock, I'll be honest, I might actually leave the venue before that match is done. Glad I'm not going anywhere to see it. I would be so tempted that if that's the main event of WrestleMania, to leave Buffalo Wild Wings while the main event's still going on, go home and then just read the ending. I don't want to see, Super Cena fighting The Rock, getting beaten down. Then also reaching into his cargo jorts, pulling some sensu beans, popping them, and then defeating The Rock to become champion. I don't. If it ends up being CM Punk, Rock, Cena, then maybe. But then if Punk goes over, what's he going to start his title reign all over again?